Welcome to a presentation focusing on work-life caregiver services here at the University of Kentucky. We're going to be focusing on our elder care and our parenting resources offered through the Office of Work-Life and Benefits. We assist and support employees in managing their work and their life responsibilities, and we do that in a variety of ways through the Office of Work-Life. We focus on supporting our caregivers, which is what this presentation is about today. Our caregivers can be providing care for children or providing care for aging loved ones, which we call elder care. We also connect employees with resources and support based on their needs. We do that because we know different people have different needs at different times. If you are caring for children, your children have different needs based on the stages of their development, depending on their ages. And then you, as parents, you may have different needs also based on your child's developmental needs. We provide support through consultations, strategies, services, resources, referrals, and programming, such as workshops, support groups, special programming, and department presentations. Let's talk about providing care for caregivers. When it comes to providing care, we know that caregivers are oftentimes juggling what they need and what they want, as well as the needs and wants of those that they are caring for. So, if you are providing care for children, you are constantly trying to juggle and determine what's the best way to provide care for your child. Or you may be assisting other people with their children. Maybe you are a grandparent or guardian or a step parent, a foster parent, or maybe you're just an aunt or an uncle, but you're assisting or supporting someone who's providing care. And because of that, you're very interested in caregiving and support resources for parents. We also think about the needs when you talk about a caregiver providing needs for an aging loved one. Oftentimes, that can be very overwhelming depending on the level of support you're providing. Also, depending on if that loved one lives in the city where you reside or if you're providing long distance support and care. So, there's various stressors that can show up depending on how much support you're providing and where the loved one lives. And so you'll see on the screen, we're talking a little bit about life balance. With all of that, you're also juggling your own personal needs. So we wanted to pause and just make a reference to and a reminder that self-care matters. Self-care matters. So when you're trying to provide care for someone else, you also have to make sure that you are providing care for yourself. So here's a couple of quick reminders when it comes to self-care. One thing you want to do is make sure you're eating properly. You're eating enough. You're eating the right foods. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Staying hydrated. Organizing your life sometimes is something, a very simple thing, but it can lessen sometimes some of the stress, making sure you figure out what's the best way to organize for you, whether it be a hard copy calendar or an electronic calendar. Maybe you have reminders, maybe you utilize certain apps to keep you organized. Whatever works for you, go for it. Also, making sure that you are moving, you're exercising, you're being active. That can help you with your self care. Something as simple as taking a 15-minute walk in between meetings, or going on a walking meeting, or taking a walk for lunch. Just different things like that. Or if you have pets, taking your pets for walks. Those are things that can assist you with your fitness. And then getting a good night's sleep. And if necessary, taking a nap on the weekends or on days that you're off. Just getting enough sleep is super important. And then just doing something creative, whatever that means for you. I mean, maybe you're a gardener, you like to garden, maybe you like to golf or play tennis or swim or go have dinner or lunch with friends or, paint, whatever it is, whatever creativity, um, whatever that means for you. We encourage you for your self-care to do things, basically do things that interest you. That may even be going to movies or going to concerts or going to local, checking out local businesses on the weekends or after work. Whatever makes sense for you, whatever makes you happy, that helps you with your self-care, we encourage you to keep that in mind and to do that. And then when it comes to self-care, we know there's different aspects to self-care. There's the physical, the emotional, the social, the spiritual, the personal. There's the space, the financial, and then there's work self care. So we encourage you to think about all of these aspects of your self care as a caregiver and make sure that you are taking some time to nourish and take care of yourself in these various areas of self care so that you are more able to provide adequate and necessary care for the children in your life or the aging loved ones. So let's talk about caregiver support as it relates to services provided by WorkLife. Let's start off with this little quote. It says, "There is no such thing as a perfect parent, so just be a real one." There is no such thing as a perfect parent, so just be a real one. So, looking at our parenting and childcare resources, we note that we do have a UK Working Parents Network, and there's a few ways that parents working at the university can connect with that network. You do not have to be working on campus to connect with the work network. You can be working anywhere, and even in 120 counties, because the majority of the work that we do through the network is virtual. We all of our monthly workshops that we host on the second Tuesdays at noon via Zoom are hosted virtually. The third Wednesdays at 8:30, we have a 30-minute real talk session every month with parents, and that's of course virtual as well. And then our Teams channel and our Facebook group that parents can join. Obviously, those are online platforms. So we encourage parents to connect with other parents on these platforms. You'll find that this is a wonderful space to connect with other parents to ask questions about various parenting daily things, that challenges that you may face, or if your child is in certain stages or something comes up and you need advice on certain resources. That's a great place to just post a question and ask other parents and then give them an opportunity to answer your questions. We also have an opportunity for employees to sign up through our Thrive newsletter that goes to all UK employees. At the bottom of that newsletter, there's an option that asks, how do you want to receive information, or what topics would you like to receive information on? If you select caregivers, you can select elder care or child care or parenting, and you will be added to our listservs. So, thinking about the events that we host that are supported for our parents, we do host annual events in addition to our monthly workshops and our monthly Real Talk chats. So, we have an annual emphasis on summer camps in the spring and an annual emphasis on parents' resource fairs in the fall. Also, when it comes to new parents, when you check out our website, you'll find we have a resource that's about 10 pages called Little Cat's Guide. This is a wonderful resource for new parents or expecting parents. In that resource, you'll find everything you need to know if you are expecting a child or you're planning right now. Then we have information about the university's parental leave, which if you're eligible, the parental leave was approved maybe a couple of years ago at this point, and there's information on the website about the 2 weeks parental leave that an employee can take advantage of. And then we have lactation guidelines and space information on our website. And we have also YouTube playlist. The workshops that I mentioned earlier, we have those monthly workshops on a variety of parenting topics. And we have a YouTube playlist where we save all of those. So you're invited at any time to join our YouTube group or just go check out the link and see if there's any topics related to information that you're seeking at any given time and watch the videos. So we do record all of our workshops. So if you're a parent and you're thinking, Those groups are hosted on Tuesdays at noon. Sometimes we also host a few additional ones in months as well. So all of that information will be announced. But you can always know that we record the session. So if for some reason you want to attend the workshops, but for some reason you have a meeting or you're out of the office that day, you just cannot attend, we do record them and you can reach out to us about that, or you can check out our YouTube playlist. You can also find the videos on our HR calendar. And then there's a lot of other childcare related resources on our website, such as information on how to search for childcare facilities, how to search for the star ratings for different facilities, information about Human Development Institute, child care aware information is on our website. These are agencies that can assist you with a variety of childcare related searches and just questions you may have, educational information you may be seeking. And then we also promote counseling for children. If you have children that are on your healthcare plan and you are seeking to get them some sort of counseling support, we have counselors here at the university that we would refer you to. And you don't need a referral from us. There's lots of counseling service opportunities out there. We have counselors that work in health and wellness that offer 5 free sessions per fiscal year. And then we also have the adolescent medicine department. We have the Department of Psychiatry. We have the Live Health online through Anthem. So there's a lot of resources if you are a parent and you think your child could benefit from talking to someone about whatever types of concerns they may be facing. And usually they're looking to work with children that are about 5 years and up and older, but I definitely encourage you to reach out to the various resources to confirm what type of services they can offer. And then we have a program called Big Blue Family Care. Big Blue Family Care is a child care referral service that's operated out of the Office of WorkLife. And with this service, we refer UK students to UK parents that are seeking occasional part-time child care or pet care. And so there's an online form that a UK employee can complete. And when they complete that form, we will send them a few referral names, and then the parent will reach out directly to that student and ask whatever questions they want to ask as a parent. And then they will negotiate the salary fee with them and the schedule. So that's how Big Blue Family Care Program works. A lot of UK employees utilize it. You have to be a faculty or staff to submit a form, and your partner can submit it as well. So if you have a partner that maybe you're the employee and you have someone else that does a lot of the childcare responsibilities, that person can submit it on your behalf, and we can send the information to that person. So this summarizes, for the most part, our childcare related and caregiver resources. So let's move on to talk a little bit about elder care resources. I want to start with this quote by Rosalind Carter, Jimmy Carter, President Jimmy Carter's wife. And she's referencing elder care in this quote. She says, "There are only 4 kinds of people in the world: those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need a caregiver." So let that sink in for a moment. There are only 4 kinds of people in the world: those who have been caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need caregivers, need a caregiver. So talking about our elder care resources, we have an elder care consultant that can provide confidential consultations to you, and that can be done virtually. She can do that via phone or via Teams chat or Zoom chat. And the nice thing about these individual consultations, and she can also have it with family groups. So for example, if you are the UK employee and you are your sister or your brother or your someone else, your father, you guys are trying to seek assistance for maybe your mother, she can meet with the two of you and talk through the different types of resources and how she can support you and help you. And sometimes you may not know where to start. You may just want to have a conversation with her and say, here are some of the things I'm observing with my loved one, and I'm trying to figure out what to do and what are my first steps. So when it comes to elder care, what we know is that some people have aging loved ones that are very independent and very capable and very able to take care of themselves, but sometimes that can change almost in a blink of an eye. If that person becomes ill or they have a fall or something happens with their health, they can go from being very independent to suddenly needing help. And sometimes that can be a scary space for them and for you, trying to figure out how to support them. So, talking to our consultation, having a consultation with our consultant can really help you. Also, the nice thing about these services is that your loved one can live anywhere. Your loved one does not have to necessarily live in Kentucky or even in Lexington. As long as you are a University of Kentucky employee, no matter where you live, you can talk to this consultant about services that they provide and how to support your loved one no matter where they live. So if for example, if your loved one lives in Alabama or Georgia or California or New York or Connecticut, wherever they live, she can assist you with finding resources in that particular area to support your loved one. And then with the elder care resources, there's some wonderful monthly opportunities. There's monthly workshops on elder care related topics every month. There's a support group that meets on the third Wednesdays at noon via Zoom, and this is all virtual. There's also an opportunity to sign up for a listserv where you will receive a monthly newsletter and a monthly blog about a elder care related topic. So these are some monthly opportunities when it comes to our elder care resources. We also have a lot of resources on our website. For example, we have a variety of toolkits on our website. We also have one toolkit that you can request. We have a hard copy booklet that you can request that we mail to you. But if you go check out the website, you can see all the details about that. Also, this year, we have the upcoming annual caregivers event. We changed this event up. It is hosted annually every November, but we change it up a little bit every year depending on the needs at the time. So this year we will be hosting a Dementia Caregivers Week, a Dementia Caregivers Week, the first week of November. So, yeah, in November. And that will be a wonderful opportunity for you to, if you have a loved one and you think they have dementia, or maybe they've been diagnosed with dementia, or maybe you're just curious about what is dementia, and if you end up caring for someone with that, what do you need to do? So there will be several workshops that week focusing on just learning about dementia care and how it impacts the brain, and how to care for a loved one and their experiences and so forth. We do have an event on that Tuesday called Virtual Dementia Tour, which is an experiential hands-on 30-minute session that you sign up for in advance on our website. And it basically puts you in the shoes of a person that's experiencing dementia and helps you to better understand what they're dealing with and kind of what their challenges may be. And then we have a YouTube playlist for all of our elder care monthly workshops as well. So I also just wanted to mention briefly some other services that support caregivers when it comes to work life and well-being. There's a lot of resources at the University of Kentucky. There's a lot of benefits, and sometimes we just don't realize sometimes the connection. So I wanted to take just a few minutes to mention a few resources that support you as a caregiver for children and for aging loved ones. We have the mental health therapists, we have lots of mental health support opportunities where you can schedule in person or virtual appointments. We have nutritionists that can assist you if you're thinking, I'm just not eating right, or I need to find some healthy snacks or meals or what have you. We also have personal finance support and assistance. We have personal resilience, which is our health coaches that can assist you. Maybe you're really having trouble sleeping or you're having trouble with stressing, you're stressing and you just need sort of an individualized, personalized plan. Or you maybe want to meet with some small groups to talk about taking care of yourself emotionally. So that could be something that you consider to assist you. And then there's the physical fitness resources and support. We have three fitness membership options here at the university, and those are managed through our Move Well team. And we have gyms and we have on demand classes, we have live classes, we have in person classes. So, again, I talked earlier about that self care and fitness and movement is, sometimes just getting strategies from this. Doing a consultation with someone on that team saying, I sit a lot for my job. Like, how can I move around more? Or when I'm in my office, what are some exercises I can do in my chair? Like, or that those types of things. They can give you a lot of great support. And then also want to mention that we do have a employee discount website here at the university. And if you go to that UK employee discount website, it's on our HR website on a home page, you will see a long list of resources that are offering different types of discounts for UK employees in a variety of categories, from hotels to entertainment to food to car repairs to car purchases to cell phones to childcare, all types of things. So just definitely check that out. Hinge Health is a muscular skeletal resource that we have that's I think we're in our second year of Hinge Health. So check that out on our website also. Because let's just say you are moving, having to move just with your children, even picking them up and moving them around. And with the aging loved one, if you're having to assist them with standing and walking and bathing or any kind of movement, that Hinge Health may be a great one for you. Met Law Legal Services, that could be a good one also, especially if you're thinking about elder care or just a family plan like estate planning or will planning. That could be a good one. MedLaw, they can assist you with there's a monthly, you sign up through open enrollment, and there's a monthly amount that you can pay for individual or family, and it covers a variety of different types of legal services. So definitely check that out. Then there's a flexible spending account option where it can assist you with saving some money on regular expenses, healthcare expenses, childcare expenses. And then we have the tuition assistance program. Through the tuition assistance program, we have the employee education program and we have the family education program. In particular, if you are a parent and you have a child that's planning to go to college, and let's just say they decide to go to the University of Kentucky, depending on how long you've worked at the university, you may be able to get up to 50% per employee of discount off of their tuition. So that's something to keep in mind. And there's paperwork that you would complete, and there's deadlines, but all that information is on our website. And then we have a crisis program. This is a program where if you are a UK employee and you experience unexpected financial hardship and you need just some money, basically, you can submit an application asking and explaining your situation and asking the committee for some funds to help you in your time of need. And employees can do this once a year. So that's something to keep in mind. And with all of these resources I just mentioned that are additional support, all of them offer workshops and consultations, various events. A lot of them do a various outreaches and then customized programming and support as well. So as we start to wrap up, I just wanted to show you a screenshot of our website. This is the website where you can find a lot of the work, life, and well-being resources, including the elder care and the parenting resources. And so I encourage you to check out our website and a lot of the resources that I've mentioned to you, information about upcoming events and activities and toolkits and so forth are on this website. So as I close, I just would like to remind you that WorkLife is here to support you. And on the screen, you will see our websites and our email addresses. Feel free to reach out to us at any time, and we will be happy to assist you.